What's happening? What's going on? Kevin was right! Winter is coming and we don't have a man! Oh my God.
And all I have to say is, drizzle, drizzle.
If that water wet, it's got gators in it.
Oh, yeah? Well, me and the Lord, we got an understanding. We're on a mission from God.
They shouldn't have given you ashy blokes YouTube.
Cursed be the ground for our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us. For out of the ground we were taken, for the dust we are. And to the dust we shall return.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
All right, good people. All right, good people. This is your random ass AMA Friday. So ask me all them random ass questions y'all been holding all week. So this is time for them. So we're gonna give it a shot. Jesse, what's going on? Batting first. Okay, Shannon Green. Good evening, BGS. Peace to the chat. Now it's hot, man. It's 88 degrees. Ahmed, what's going on? Batting third. Adric, batting cleanup. On. Class 7 in the building. All right, so Dusty. All right, man. Get in there and grind, man. Make that money. Say, what's it? Kapata Pacey, get that money, man. Sexy Silk, what's going on? Instant Media, what's happening? Saint Seer, Love Gun, what's going on? D. Scott, Eddie, what's happening? Del Quavius, what's going on? W. Brizzle, you losing? What do you think about the AES signing that the health deal with the U.S. seems like they're closing up to the U.S.? AES, which one? I don't think I heard of that. So expound a little bit. Friend had a question, but it's online anymore. Tax, okay. Rafiq, what's going on? Gundam, what's happening? Hurwitz, B-Row, Barry, Fernando's, what's going on? The Black Toxic, what's going on? Your thoughts on your debate with Tita? Waste of time. Waste of time. Is more questioning my ideology than actually the facts. Okay, what I found out, he knew little to nothing about the Iran war. That's what I found out. Waste of time. I don't know what are your thoughts. Yeah, I'm sitting there, man. I'm sitting there shaking my head and said, they actually knew less than I thought they knew. If you can believe that. Hurwitz, what's going on? I'm gonna call it less than 30 minutes before someone provoked VHS to step to the front. Y'all really like VHS, man. Y'all not supposed to like VHS, man. Y'all ain't supposed to like him. What's going on, Laveris? What's going on? Gonna see you this evening, Laveris. I said, WB's Miami question is the here BGS responds counter to the argument. Successful entrepreneurs provide the products and services that they give us our quality of life and prevail. If they're successful, okay. Entrepreneurs do, but thing is, entrepreneurs can only do it within a system, okay. Everybody has to piece into the system because entrepreneurs, they don't invent something from the dirt. Okay, it's got to be within a system, and what people forget that. Otherwise, you have people in a village on the continent, man, selling products to you. Okay, it's within your system is what brings the value. Look at all the crap we get from China. Um, so the system, and because it's the buyers and the sellers determining what is valuable. So it's the whole system. It's not just the entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are the ones that see something inside the system and pull value out of it. But thing is, it takes the whole system. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, I was surprised to see old Chuck die, man. But I forgot how old he was. I remember with Chuck, man, when Chuck was in the 70s, man. I remember Chuck was fighting was fighting karate in the 70s. So and remember Chuck had the whole schools. He started off having the Chuck Norris karate schools in the 70s. So Chuck has been around a while. Josh for millions, ergo they should pay less taxes as they're already doing more than their fair share. Um, no, bullshit. Okay, bullshit. Okay. In fact, it worked better when they paid more taxes. The system actually worked better when they paid more taxes. But I had no problem with with the amount of taxes that they're paying. Okay, unless they really want to pay no tax, they go to Mexico and live, or go to Angola and live, or someplace like that. They don't want to do that. I mean, the reason they have way more to lose than we do. Okay, the reason they can walk the streets and not have to have bodyguards surrounding them is because they pay the taxes. Okay, they pay the taxes to actually uphold the system. They should not pay. They should pay their fair amount of tax. They should actually pay more because they're actually pulling more from the system. Or it's starting now. Lara says, Good Friday. What's going on? Michael 007. What's happening? AS equals Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso. It would be better if they did, because I actually came up with the idea maybe 2, 3 years ago. Okay, that it would be that the U.S. should look into that because it would be cheaper as far as Social Security and Medicare to actually offload it to cheaper countries, and they should. It's actually a good idea. Do you ever make that? Did you ever make that Sigma playlist, OG? Playlist is for no, I didn't. One Sigma playlist. The one song comes off the top of my dome is the song from the movie Muhammad Ali called "The Greatest." Okay, that is a Sigma song, if nothing else. Michael, what's going on? W Brizzle, Alliance of Sahel States, Alliance and States do Sahel. Okay. And said, my thoughts after Tito Bait is that you should charge people to debate with you. I got that feeling, man, because they were asking me. I said, when it first started, I said, is this going to be a question and answer or a debate? Because a debate, you're supposed to bring your own opinions, your own facts, okay? Instead of asking me questions about my stance. No, they don't have a clue. They don't. I was just doing what's the name? Machismo TV a favor. That's like when he asked me, did I want to start? I said, I don't want to start because I have no clue about what he knows or what he want to argue, what his stance is. And guess what? Other than Democrats and Trump, good. That's what they believed in. So they listen to CNN and Fox, and that's what they believe. They have no clue. We love VHS. He's not when he's not aimed at us. Okay. So y'all like to see Grandpa bring out the belt and whip other people. That's what you guys like. You might see me after Theo's class tonight. Okay, all right. It's not. Oh, that's right. It's the beginning of the class. Okay. Melly Mel. I might sit in on one of you guys' classes. Judas Red Eye Lion. What's going on? Since 86. Yeah. Chuck Norris's teeth was 12 years old. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't doubt it, man. I wouldn't doubt it. They're probably not his original teeth. Chuck Norris had the career that Bruce Lee should have had if Hollywood wasn't filled with effeminate racist Khazar. No, Bruce Lee would have had a great career had he lived. Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee was actually way more famous globally and here in the United States than any other martial artist. Had he lived, gotta remember, Bruce Lee played Batman on TV in the 60s, okay? Everybody know who Bruce Lee was. There would be no Chuck Norris without a Bruce Lee. Say what you want about Chuck Norris, he was legit. Yeah, now I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm not saying that he wasn't legit. No, he was like I said, he's a legit martial artist. I'm not saying that. What's up, Moonlight? My friend's question is, you know any good spots in Tampa? No, I do not. He's gonna let. No, I do not. You gotta ask people that are in Florida. He's gonna be down there with Ling Ling, but needs to be Keisha free. Why are you going to Florida to Tampa to find an Asia Ling Ling? Okay. Most of the Ling Lings are in California. If you want a Ling Ling, got to go to Orange County or the outskirts of Los Angeles, like City of Industry or something like that. If you want a Ling Ling, or San Francisco, if you want a Ling Ling, if you want a Americanized Ling Ling, you got to go to Northern California. Why are you going to Florida to find a Ling Ling? That makes no sense. Computer Geek, what's going on? Palm Beach Mike, what's going on? JJ the devil. How do you know what's true in the media? One side says Iran is winning, while the other side says it's winning. How do you know? Okay, the thing is, most guys want instant popcorn. Okay. The thing is, you have to look at 3 or 4 sides, 3 or 4 reports, and then over time, the truth will trickle out. And you follow the people that have been telling you the truth. You follow the people that are accurate. Okay? The Ukraine war should have taught you that your media is lying to you. Like 2 weeks ago, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, President Trump and Hegseth got on the stage and said that Iran had zero air defense and they were defenseless and were flying jets over Iran freely with no restrictions, right? And today you got 2 F-35s that got downed. If you look at the map, if you look at the map, the independent maps about it, and there are no planes flying over Iran. Those SS4s are legit. Okay, F-35s are the hardest planes to hit. You had 2 of them down within 2 days, within a day. That tells you that they're lying. What do you think of Iran's homos? Petro, you in play? Can Iran be in a situation be considered Trump's Suez Canal? That's what's happening right now. I don't know why he picked it. That's what they're telling him. And at the end of the day, man, even if you win this, okay, it's more like a bad case of Vietnam. Even if you win this, okay, your debt just went from 37 trillion to 40 trillion. Okay, Trump wants 200 billion for this war. He wants 200 billion. So all the money that he gained through tariffs and stuff like that has all got wiped out. And then on top of that, inflation is going to eat at whatever's left. Makes no sense. So basically, the Vietnam chased 5 years in Vietnam chased Nixon off the gold standard. Okay, so this war, in Ukraine, basically got most of the people off the dollar standard, most of the world off the dollar standard, and actually caused the rise of China yuan, right? Okay. Now this one is going to whatever's left. Okay, depending on how long they stay, you might get lucky. unless he gets lucky, right? You have killed the petrodollar. Petrodollar is dead. I actually charge $100 next time. Probably more than that, man, just for the irritation. Because homie knew, everything he said, homie knew zero about. He tried to talk about Pan Africans. Dude, you never been there. How do you know? You never been there. What would it take to change the negative aspects of black culture? It's easier than you think. Easier than you think, depending on how long you want to wait, okay? You want to change the negative aspects of black culture? Start when your kids are 3 or 4 years old. Have them read 30 minutes a day. If every black person reads at least 30 minutes or an hour a day, you'll change black culture. I guarantee it. It's not that hard. VHS be launching cruise missiles at us. We will see you in class. You know, I started learning myself, man, because my goddamn millennial kids, man. Unless I sit down there and hold their hands, they don't learn shit, man. When they ask me, Dad, I want to learn this, okay, and these are middle-aged people. What they really mean, Dad, I need you to learn this, and sit me down and teach it to me. So, man, I'm too old for this shit. Yeah, the green. Oh, yes, right. It was Green Hornet, but he was actually introduced on. I think because Green Hornet was actually introduced on Batman. So, yeah, it was the Green Hornet. Good catch, Moonlight. Yeah, he played Kato. Yep. So, because we had no idea who Chuck Norris actually was before that, and all of a sudden, you had little kids, man, throwing karate kicks in the street, man, trying to copy Kato and Bruce Lee. Yeah. Well, the thing is that they say they're capitalists. Everybody has suspicions about Bruce Lee's death, but man, that's been so long ago. If you can go back and prove it, that his death was he was actually killed, he'll be a rich man. Why are you surprised? Why was you surprised that Chuck Norris is a Republican? There are a lot of Linglings in Seattle as well, but the vast majority of Asian people are in California. The vast majority of Asian people are in California. If you want a Lingling, okay, trust and believe, the Linglings own Orange County. You want a Lingling, okay? It's like looking for a Mexican, okay? Like looking for a Latino in North Carolina, okay? You can find them, but guess what? If you really want all the Latinos, you got to come from Texas and go west, southwest. Find, like if you really want to find a Latina, guess what? California's a Latina state. It's a Latino state, 42%. Okay, and Texas is like 35%. Okay, so why would you go someplace looking for a Latino when there's tons of them? Yeah, but the thing is, you want to go where they're plentiful. Why would you go to Tampa looking for a Lingling if that's where you're moving for, instead of going where they're at? It's like me going to Alaska looking for a black girl. Oh, he wants to settle in Florida. Okay. Was it time to get God Pill since I met him? But unlike me, he's going to stay in the seed of Albion. Okay. He's got a Lingling already. So is she Chinese? I assume. Okay. See, my question is: do you think what has brought all of us here is beyond what many would consider natural. Talking about here to this channel? I don't know when you say here. And CNN, ABC, Fox, the Wall Street Journal are centering the Iran conflict heavily. You can't even depend on Google, DuckDuckGo, or any other web browser to pull up independent. It's very difficult, man. Very difficult. A Pyrrhic victory? Well, yeah, if you're gonna have one. Him, of course, that's where do you see oil prices going? Ah, man. Uh, Actually, they're trying to alleviate some of that by allowing some of the oil to come out. They're actually, you know, Venezuela and Russia are going to make a whole lot of money, okay, because they got to find another way to actually get oil. But I see oil going to, I say 150. That's my base. If it gets beyond that, man, then Katie bar the door. Don't have children, but when I do, I'll make that a policy. They must read more than 30 pages per week and 2 sets of timetables. It's more about time, okay? More about time. And if it takes them 30 minutes, read one page, set them down for 30 minutes. My grandson used to complain about it all the time about what stuff I made him do and made him write and made him read, stuff like that. And then he went to he's going to an elite school as far as for arts, and a lot of rich kids, a lot of rich people. He's finding out that he's standing out, and he's taking tests. He said, "Oh." He actually said he appreciates me. I said, "Why?" He said, "Because now he realizes all the stuff I did for him set him ahead of most kids." Trump accelerated process. I think the rap doesn't even feel real. Ovid change the world. Imagine what we don't even want to know, man. I don't even want to know. Okay, you already feel it, man. You look at all these homeless people, man. People can't afford cars. You can't afford anything. They can't afford houses, even though this, America has more land and more material to actually build houses. Why are people poor? Magmore still keeps saying that Trump is winning. I've never seen a larger group of people. The thing is, most of MAGA does not like this war. Okay, so they're filtering. Even MAGA's being filtered. Some checking and getting ready for NC State and Tennessee. My question is, with CC being healthy and the fever being back to full strength, can they finish the job this year? Got to see what the team's going to look like with free agency and stuff like that. So. Got to see what the team's going to look like. It should be. If they can keep Kelsey Mitchell, which I doubt that they can, they should finish the job. If Stephanie White doesn't get in the way. I'm on the border with Mexico, and they are everywhere. Yeah. BGS Iran has nukes. You not see they're going to attack first. I know, man. BGS, if Kamala Harris was president, a very scary thought. Will we still be in this stupid war? The original plan to attack, do a decapitation strike against Iran was the neocons and was the Democrats. Okay, Trump just pulled the plan out and they convinced him to run it, which I was surprised. So I don't think they would have changed very much. They might have delayed it a little bit, but I don't think it would have changed very much. Let's just get the likes up. All right. Will there be water wars and mass strikes and desalination plants? I hope not, man. I hope it doesn't go that far. I think they hit the desalination plant once. I don't think they've done it since. Okay, because Iran struck theirs, and they need their water probably even more than Iran does. So after that they quit. Okay, you haven't heard of the desalinization plant hit since then. So they quit. Beaches, would you say the gender war is fully over in 2026? I see women having IVF because they don't have access to men. Male loneliness is straight BS, toxic. Um, I think that the war has been over. I think the war was actually over during COVID. Okay. Now all these are negotiations. There is no war. Okay. They're trying to negotiate for a spot. That's like I'm see all these red pill females coming over here. Even look at Jeff, man. Jeff's got what, 6 female psychologists trying to coach women into getting men, trying to modify their behavior. So basically, it's been over. I mean, the manosphere is general being beyond natural. It's basically the manosphere is an effect, not a cause. Okay, we're just the vocal part of the cause. It's going to happen anyway. We just sped it up. All you guys are here is because you guys because the effects on the ground were already there. You believe women have a biological fear of men, which is why they actively try to restrain young boys and hold back their development. In the black community, yes. That's part of it, and also because of the slave culture that black women actually brought up with, they don't want to let go. Because trust and believe, white women don't believe that, okay, about holding them back. Jewish women, other groups of women don't believe in them holding us back, holding their men back. Because if their men don't succeed, they don't succeed. If women are truly afraid of men like that, they wouldn't be around them. They're not afraid. And well, some do. Well, some do. You know, what did they say? You can't cure stupid. Okay. I got kind of a difficult question. Would you say octane is influenced by nature or nurture or more? It's mostly determined by nurture. Octanes are social economic classes. Okay, that doesn't exist in nature. Pentagon Pentagon uh, can approve ground troops, but thing is to actually get the amount of troops that you need to actually go up against Iran, you're going to need Congress to approve it. Since we're in a falling empire, what's the most bang for your buck in tech, especially? Theo's actually doing it, okay? Uh, Other than that, if there's still money around, okay, um, if your trades are coming back, is because the infrastructure needs to be built. In California, they're spending $100 million in L.A. Los Angeles alone. They spend $100 million to actually upgrade the infrastructure. So they're trying to bring the trade programs back. So if you can't do IT, I would say if you're willing to bend your back and swing a hammer, okay, get a trade. At least for the next 10 years. Okay. What we see in Iran is what happened to Iraq, Libya, Venezuela without the two huge gorillas, and China being in Mexico. That's the difference. Okay, Iran would not be Iran now if China and Russia had not gotten into it. Okay, the original intent was not Iraq. It was the original intent was Iran. As Iraq, Libya, and Venezuela was not going to be invaded. Okay, Congress stopped the Venezuelan invasion. They said they're going to take his war powers away. Venezuela is nothing but swamp. It was nothing but swamp and jungle. Okay, they were not going to fuck with Venezuela. Not like that. Otherwise, they would have already. I hope you're right about it. It's already happening, man. The thing is, the men have already bailed. What they're trying to do is convince the men to come back. But you're not going to stop the online rhetoric of the females because it's going to that's going to take a while to bleed off. But most guys are not listening to these bras anymore, man. What do you think about the Asian Professor Brester Jan? Oh, well, so far he's not saying anything different. But the thing is, as long as he's accurate, I got no problem with him. What is the end goal of feminism if they already have what they really fought for? Because they got no place else to go. What they're really trying to do is hold what they already have. That's what feminism is about. Okay, if you look up the 1972 ERA, okay, they gave women every right that they wanted to have, and they killed it. Inside the Constitution, the women killed the ultimate goal of feminism was actually get to have parallel rights with men, and women didn't want that. Okay, they wanted to be able to run a man's pockets. So the white women killed that shit. That's why feminism is a bullshit theory. Because as soon as they got what they wanted, guess what? They didn't want that shit. They struck a fertilizer plant that would affect farm in the northern area also. And then what the thing is that they're trying to decapitate the economy of Iran. But the thing is, Iran can also come back and strike the whole region. Otherwise, Iran is running its own Samson theory. Okay. If you're gonna hit us like that, we're gonna fuck up your whole global economy and take it down with us. We're not going down without a fight. Well, natural 92 is just a term that means, it means she was raised in that environment. That's called a natural 92 instead of artificial. An artificial 92 is one that came from a lower class status, raised in a lower class family, and had to work her way up and learn how to be at that socioeconomic station. That's why I divided one between a natural one and a climber. So so when I say natural 92, that means it's just a term. It has nothing to do with genetics. Do you believe that it's a good idea to introduce the topic of gynocracy to young teenage boys? That's why I found the video at 20 and it changed my life. If I saw it at 15 to 17, it would gave me clarity. I think it's a case by case basis. Okay. Because a lot of times, if you're young, you're 15, 16, man, mama's God. So they're not going to see it. But they will see it when they start dating. If the guy's already dating, he's going to start seeing it. Okay. How do you study for Azure more efficiently? I failed the exam twice. The thing is, what are you failing at? Is it vocabulary? Is it grammar? How to use the stuff? What are you failing at? We have to examine what you're failing at. You have to go to the folks and see where you're failing. You should know what answers you can answer and what answers you can't. If it's just grammar, if it's just knowledge, then you need to go to the index cards. Go to index cards, uh, and then start writing code. If you failed it, easy way to learn it is to do it. Theo will tell you the exact same thing. Okay. If you're failing it, that means you need to go through the grammar again, learn the terms. I mean, fully learn the terms. Get to learn every term that Azure has. Okay. Learn the complete grammar, and then actually start writing Azure code. Go write and design your own projects. Okay, and then debug them yourself, and then you'll actually learn Azure. Failed it twice, that means you need to just go ahead and do it. Said Bibi is back. Allegedly, he did a video saying they need ground troops in Iran. Also, MAGA is putting out claims of the new supreme leader being gay. Okay. Well, there's gonna be a lot of propaganda, man. And at this point, he could be gay as hell. But thing is, when you're getting bombed, you don't care what his sex is. Okay. Whatever propaganda they want to put out about the supreme leader, if you're bombing their cities, they don't care. The economy will have to crush the spirits of these. No, they won't. They're already. No, they won't. Okay. Women are smarter than you actually think they are. What's up, Tunnel Runner? See, in terms of Black Manosphere, I see folks like Dr. T, Dr. Neil, Dr. Theo Y be just as accelerationists, say Lucian Rail style. Yeah. Basically, the Black Manosphere, okay, if it left today, okay, if they killed it today, it wouldn't change anything because the effects are already out there. It's already in the culture. It's already being spread, and all you're gonna do is find new ones popping up. The seeds have already been planted. William, what's going on? Ola Dumari, what's going on? We'll have to see. Okay, we'll have to see. We'll see if they actually do it. Can you chat with me? Why? Dirtyfoot checking in. You got 100 people to do it. So Azure. If you want questions about Azure and how to study for it, you got to find out. Talk to the people who actually passed the test. I got a whole playlist of octanes. Okay, go look at the playlist. I got a slice of ham with you because it's not beef. If I value if out of these lessons, why don't you require a 5-minute video submission from the peanut gallery before they come up and mess up class? I heard that. Okay. Johnny, what's going on? BB's AI, his clothing was funny. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. Okay. What are your thoughts on gender role reversal? High value women? That's a lot, Ray. That's a lot. Oh, well, I want. If you want all that, Ray, you need a cash app, bro. You need to put that in a super chat. That's a lot. What do you think about Veracruz, Mexico for vacation, couples vacation? I think Veracruz is fine. Okay, haven't heard anything bad about Veracruz. It's fine. Before you go, check the locals and see where your cartels are. Use ChatGPT to show up your week, a few areas. The test He is a real bitch, though. Okay, well, that's what they pay you for. I would ask ChatGPT to give me. Somebody probably thought of it. Actually, give me a sample test in a sample test for what's it called, Azure, and see what it does. Somebody do that, man. Why don't you guys ask ChatGPT to actually come up with a sample test for Azure? The Black Manosphere is dynamic and portable. It can literally be recreated anywhere on Earth. Yeah, it can be. That's the way it was designed. That doesn't tell. Okay, Paul, that doesn't tell me shit. Okay, you saying you got some things that you're trying to disagree with? That doesn't tell me a goddamn thing. If you want me to spend my time going back and forth, you got to give me something concrete. Okay. What you disagreeing doesn't. Half the people that actually sub to me disagree with me. That doesn't tell me shit. Do you think political activism and protesting? I'm not bringing you up on my panel, on my channel, just to go over some bullshit. Okay, don't tell me shit. I guess there's always somebody, some Jasper coming during at lunchtime to fuck with VHS, man. You think political activism and protesting is pointless? Activism, protesting in the street is, unless you really want to bring attention to yourselves, okay, got enough people, is fairly pointless. Okay, you can do much more damage online with a group of people. If you get 100,000 people together or 10,000 people together in a uniform way online, you can do a lot more damage than you can do in a protest in the street. Learn more about modern women are just black holes in space. But the thing is, what you learn about modern women is that they're clueless, man. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. They're just copying, okay? Let's see, we are well past the 30-minute mark and no VHS. No. One guy's trying to bring him out. Pork is even worse. Did you do a video on that the Manosphere documentary was on? No, I haven't. I haven't even seen it. Todd Tucker is a beta. Okay. Whoever Todd Tucker is. Do you think that polygamy will ever be legal in the U.S.? I see they're working contingencies and Olympic. Okay, polygamy for a large polygamy for a large group of people does not work. Okay, because the Mormons found that out, is that if you polygamy, when the Mormons stop using polygamy for the most part, is because one, you can go to a generation, maybe two, but the thing is, if you don't, the boys that you raise will not have girls, and they're going to leave. What happens when the men leave? There are all these women, all these girls, and no men, because the men are going to leave. There's no benefit for me being here. How are you actually going to benefit? How are you actually going to compensate the men for most of the women being gone? They're going to leave. They're going to refuse to participate. You got to compensate them. That's how come you don't see polygamy. Polygamy, for the most part, on a large scale, does not work. Once an alcoholic is always an alcoholic. Yeah, go read your Alcoholics Anonymous literature. Okay. Whatever the factors were that caused you to be an alcoholic in the first place, they're still there. They never leave. Okay. The only thing that's stopping you from falling back on it is you staying away from alcohol. I don't have to. That's been in the literature for 150 years. I don't even have to debate that. I don't have to debate that. Same thing with a drug addict. Okay? You're good as long as you stay away from the drug. You go back in it, the same biological and social factors that caused you to fall off in the first place. Guess what the fuck's gonna happen? It's like going back. It's like going back to a toxic girlfriend. You think it's gonna change? I said, like I said, argue against shit that's already out there in literature. Okay. I don't know why you disagree with that shit. You got anyway. I'm not gonna insult the man. She dated him. She should text him and congratulate him. They're not enemies. So yeah, BJ asked for a final boss test multiple times to get in the small quizzes to see where I was. It's a good resource since the update. Okay, yeah. I mean, you should get get the team, get the Azure team together, man. Y'all see if you can get ChatGPT or Claude or whatever to actually recreate a a test that's close enough to the Azure test to give people a way to actually identify their weaknesses and stuff like that. Because what you want to find out is what you know and what you don't know. Bullshit. It is entirely true. Okay. Medically, it's entirely true. I remember that 5-minute video submission. That's why I said that. I left my ass off. Yeah. What do you feel about people living in vans, turning them into tiny homes with showers and whatever way they can do? I have no problem with people surviving whatever way they can survive. Okay, if you can do that and you can make a shelter and you can stay healthy and clean and stuff like that, I ain't got no problem with it. Arizona's 104 about whether or can you actually administer Azure. Okay. You got all these brains, man, that passed and taken Azure. You guys can come up. You can actually come up with a way to actually identify your weaknesses. The thing is, you got to identify your weaknesses. Okay. The thing is, instead of worried about your strengths, worry about your weaknesses. That's what's causing you to fail the test. Don't worry, guys. I disagree with BGS. It more on one or more of a sliding scale. Me indifference gives the B-dubs a chance. Your brother want to still have save. Yeah, if they want to save him, I got no problem with him. It appears that women do not move in mass to find a man like men do. Risk averse. No, women do move in mass. Okay, they do move in mass. Because if you go to any TikTok, any video, any blog, what do they talk about? All they talk about is men. They don't talk about their careers, their hobbies, their nothing. All they talk about is two things women talk about: food and men, and kids are a distant third. You see the possibility of South Korea taking more to North Korea after U.S. move. I think China has been the arbiter of peace between North Korea and South Korea. So they're moving in that direction anyway. You already have limited polygamy, man. Now, even say just say for polygamy's sake, okay? If every man, say if you have a 50-50 balance as far as the gender situation, right? Okay, and every man had 2 wives. I mean, every single one, right? And you don't have no adultery, none of that kind of shit. Okay. What's going to happen to 50% of the men? And would you stay in an area where 50% of the men got everything and you got virtually nothing? Okay, they're gonna have to compensate you. Polygamy does not work, man. Unless you're gonna, the only way polygamy can work is if you open up the brothels and allow men an outlet, and they don't want to do that because polygamy in the urban in a broader society like this does not work. Okay, because one man cannot raise four families. You got email me, Daniel. Basically, it doesn't. The thing is, it doesn't matter if the financial institution breaks up and you have a global supply chain. You guys saw what happened during COVID with the global supply chain. Okay, you guys really don't realize how much we depend on the supply chain. If it breaks, okay, you're not gonna get food. I mean, you don't. I mean, you can't do that, man. If they basically, okay, um, that's why I show Elon Musk um, tiny homes, right? Okay, he can. If you can sell that tiny home, Elon Musk present it for 10 grand. You don't need a car. You don't need to put it in a. You don't need to actually redesign a bus or a camper. Okay. There's no need for that if they really want people to have homes. Okay, the thing is, you guys not putting pressure on these people that supply you homes. I've seen it. Okay, I don't know if it's true or not, but that's reaction. If he did, I don't know whether he did it or not. I've seen it. You think having a long time liaison with an older woman, you can learn a lot. Okay, if you keep it within its place. If you can keep it, if you can get yourself in check and keep her being older than you in its place and not let her mommy you too much, okay, it's fine. Learn a lot. Keep your eyes open, ask her questions. But are you mature enough to actually handle an older woman and get the most out of her? Well, the thing is, either he did it or he didn't. Okay, I don't know. They had no choice but to adapt to change. They ain't got no. They don't have the money to keep these bras around. Do you mean women as big a group moving a geographic location? Yeah, they'll move. There ain't no men. They'll move. They'll move. And they're already following you down to like Panama, man, and Colombia, and and Thailand. You think they want to go to Thailand without you? No, they're already moving. Nope, I don't believe that. If 7-ton asteroid exploded over anywhere, you'd know about it. It'd be worldwide news. And well, that kind of fluidity and admission is normal. No, it's gonna be a problem. They'll solve it. I cannot believe people still trying to pull that Chavez Me Too stuff. I mean, if it's there, it's there. Okay. If it's there, it's there. If you build that reputation, people can either ignore it or what. Okay. If you live on your reputation, it can be sullied. Okay. It is what it is. Nothing lasts forever. All right, we got a couple minutes. I'll drop the link for Daniel. I don't have for Paul. Okay. But Paul, make it worth my time. What's up, to Triv? I believe if the stuff is out there, man, people don't believe in protecting legacies and stuff like that, and our society's decayed to the point where nothing means nothing. Okay, so I am not surprised. Yeah. Any other questions? Make it worth my time. Any other questions?
Hello.
Hello.
So what do you mean by this saying that an alcoholic is always an alcoholic?
I explained it. What part of my explanation did you not? Oh, number one, where are you from?
Sweden.
Sweden. So English is not your first language.
No.
Okay. Do you understand addiction?
Diction?
Addiction. Okay. If you don't
No.
understand, if you don't understand my English, then it's not worth my time.
No, but I understand what you're saying. It's
I,
just the-
addiction. Do you know what I mean by I say
oh,
addiction?
addiction. Yeah, yeah. I understand. I just don't agree with you. I think I feel like you can overcome it.
When you said I feel, you invalidate everything. Okay. Where's your proof that addiction does not exist? Where's
No,
your proof?
I mean, addiction exists, but you can't break free from that. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
you can't. How do you break free from an addiction?
By visiting a therapist, by
No,
going to
You break free from an addiction by not using the shit again.
right.
And
We,
so if you start using it again, guess what's going to happen to you?
of course, yeah.
Guess what? Guess what? Okay, I don't have an addiction to alcohol. I can drink alcohol for 50 days straight, and guess what? And not go back to it because I don't have an addiction to it. Guess what? Guess what? An alcoholic can't do.
But how do you define an alcoholic? Like, is it someone that's a social drinker or a drink by himself? What is that?
An alcoholic is one that's addicted to alcohol where he has to drink on a daily basis. Okay, and has a negative effect on his life. That's how they identify an alcoholic. Have you ever read Alcoholics Anonymous literature at all?
I haven't read a book about
And
alcohol.
have you read any Alcoholics Anonymous literature? Because they've been in business for almost 150 years. Have you read it?
No, can you send a link?
I don't have to send it, dude. All you got to do is look it up. You got Google. You can Chat GBT. Look it up. I don't have to give
Wait,
you a link.
what alcohol?
Alcoholics Anonymous, AAA, Alcoholics Anonymous. Been around for a long time, okay? Double A, okay? Alcoholics Anonymous, okay? They've been around a long time. It's because people have an addiction to alcohol, okay? Just like people have an addiction to cocaine and crack, okay? The only way to stop the addiction is not to use it.
But
But
you
you
have
always,
to.
you're always going to be an addict. If talk, man, I've been to I've known so many addicts. Okay, so many addicts. They were addicted on crack, on heroin, on PCP, on alcohol, all that kind of shit, man. I know man. I fucking grew up in a fucking ghetto. Okay, you in Sweden, they have. Why do you think they have methadone clinics in Sweden?
Medical clinics.
Methadone. Do you understand my language? Methadone.
What is that?
Okay. All right, man. All right. All right, man. You're not qualified to be up here. I'm sorry. You're not qualified to be up here. Okay. You did a good show on that about 7 years ago. A little extra for BS pedestrian patients with a Winter Soldier chip. Uh, 6 years sober, still an alcohol. I mean, I don't have to explain it, man. The literature's out there. I disagree. I feel as soon as you say I feel, that means the discussion's over. Do I think U.S. will send troops to Iran? I do not know. I hope not, man. I hope they're not that dumb. I mean, Sweden has one of the biggest methadone programs probably in the world. What is he talking about? I don't think he. I think he's an immigrant, a Swedish immigrant. I don't think he's a. Yeah, but that's an expeditionary force, and the thing is that they haven't even gotten there yet. They're sending, okay? They're sending 8,000 troops, okay? They have troops over there already. They're just not in Iran, okay? Um, there's troops over there already. Okay, there's military bases in Qatar. There's military bases in Iraq. There's military bases in Saudi Arabia. There's troops over there already. Now putting them on the ground is different to protect your sanity. I mean, why? Okay, let me get something straight, and this is for Paul too. Okay, don't bring your silly ass up here if you not have not at least tried to uh, try to research your argument. Okay, you ain't try to research your argument. I grew up in a crack era. I know what the fuck an addict is. Okay, which country has the best? Actually, right now, China probably has the best healthcare system. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, China has the best healthcare system. 39-year-old nurse about to have her last stage to have a baby. She might want 20. She might. Gotta be careful. They're going to. Yeah, you don't want to be financially attached to a 39-year-old if you're 22. They're going to send Marines to the Kurg Island, I believe the code name operation. Sitting Duck, probably so. I have no idea. Well, I want to come and argue with you. Okay. So I asked him for where you get your facts from. Well, I said I can get that from the women. Got a choice to take a lump sum with 30% tax. Ooh, that's high, man. Ooh. Ooh. That's harsh. Um, I don't know how old you are, but if you're under 50, I'd roll it over. I'd roll it over. 30% is a harsh hit. I'd roll it over. Go find you a good financial advisor, man, and find a vehicle that you roll it over into. Somebody's actually gonna watch out for you. I don't know what 200B is. I got to look it up. I haven't had time to actually. I haven't had time to actually keep up with domestic stuff. So I don't know what 200B actually is. 200 billion. 200 billion for the um for man. That's a hit, man. That's a lot. But it'll tell you whether Congress really believes in this war or not. If they're willing to give them 200 billion, they believe in this war. Then the war's going to go on. Japan is considering probably to come back negative birth rates. I mean, for Japan, that's probably a good idea. Um, it's probably a good idea if the men have given up. It's probably a good idea if you want to keep the birth rates up. Yeah, you can take out. Yeah, you can take out. Yeah, it'd be better to take out a low interest loan against your total rather than take a 30% hit. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, 30% is harsh, man. Unless you're like 65 and you're ready to bounce to the Philippines or Thailand or something like that, you want to take that money with you, man. Roll that money over. The thing is, you got the last person out of office because of the budget, because the budget's too high, inflation's too high, and you don't want to pay for any more foreign wars. $200 billion, okay? Okay, you spent that on Ukraine. Why would you do that shit again? It's like the face has changed, but the game still stays the same, right? That's why I don't distinguish between Democrat and Republican. Okay, the face has changed, but the game is still the same. Um, $200 billion, okay, in a wrecked economy. Okay, the thing is, even if you get the money, okay, if you wreck your economy, where are you gonna spend it at? Dude, why are you? Let me ask you a question. $200 billion. Why? Okay, now turn off your camera, man. Why are you back? Why are you back, man? What do you want? Even if you get the money, okay, if you wreck your economy, where are you gonna spend it at? Yeah. Okay, dude, you got to turn off your speaker.
Well,
Why are you back? Dude, why are
I,
you? Let me ask you a question. You got to turn your speaker off, man. Why? Okay, now turn off. Okay. All right. Anyway. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Looks like he's addicted to something. Yeah, he does. Yeah. He wants him want attention. Just trolling today. All right, what do you want, man?
I just want to talk to you.
Why? Okay. If you want to talk to me, man, you email me. We got a one-on-one. Okay, if you just want to talk to me, okay, that's not what this is for.
Okay, what is
And
your email address?
okay, if you just want to talk to me, okay, really, I just figured that's all it is, okay. And sometimes if you really want to talk to me, you actually spend $3, go to my Patreon, okay. My Patreon's open. If you just want to talk to me, it's the cheapest way to do it.
I
The
don't
pay
have any money. I'm broke.
you ain't got $3 American?
No.
Bullshit.
I
That's
don't.
bullshit. That's bull. How you pay your rent?
I live in like government. The government pay the rent.
The government pay. How you pay for your food? They pay for that too.
I
Bullshit, man.
bought my
That,
last couple of food.
that's bullshit, man.
No,
That's
I'm
bullshit.
serious.
That's
Honestly.
bullshit. That's bullshit. Okay, it's bullshit. I said, how are you on the internet? I have no idea, man. It's bullshit.
No, but please,
And
can I
no, you
talk?
can't. No. Uh, why should I talk to you? Why?
Because
Why?
I'm bored and
Oh, you're bored. Okay, oh, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Anyhow, y'all, let me get out of here, man. We hour and 13 minutes. Basically, y'all want to see VHS? You just saw him, okay? There's always some Jasper, man. Dude is the Swedish tweaker. He looks mixed, man. So evidently, Yeah, well, Ukraine has to ask for money, but man, these neocons have, I don't know what COVID did, but they have fucked up the United States irretrievably, man. Until COVID, the United States was actually fine. Okay, wasn't great, but it's fine. These motherfuckers have fucked up since Joe Biden's been has fucked up this country, man, unbelievably, man, all irreparably. I'm an old dude, man. I was looking forward to just cruising my way to my death, man. These motherfuckers, man, come in and just fuck everything up. The Kenyan quiche is different. Yeah, every quiche is different. Now I'm bored, but you want me to entertain you. Man, I'm not here to entertain you. Anyhow, let me get out of here, y'all. And I will see you guys later. Okay. Um, if anybody gets attached to Rhyme, I'll see you guys there tonight on Rhyme's thing at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So, word to the wise. The more things change, the more they remain the same tax, aka $200 billion in ah, okay. Hey, Dr. Marifa, chai ni tamo or chai ni chafu. They'll keep Dr. Marifa busy. We'll have to see uh the chai is being spilled. Let's put it that way as we speak. Anyhow, let me get out of here. I might set up something for you tomorrow, Doctor Marifa. Um, Especially since those two F-35s got struck. That means that the lies about the Iranian air defense were just that lies. Trump is the Joker, man. He really is a Joker. That's why I said he's a Joker, man. Unpredictable. He is the Joker, man. Remember when I should find that picture of of the Joker burning that big pile of cash? That's Trump right now. He doesn't care about the money. No, I never heard of that. Bioleninism? No, never heard of it. Yeah. Um, gotta remember, okay, there was an F-35 back 2 years ago that had a nuke on it coming from Israel that the Russia that the Iranians and the Russians took down. You can see them, okay? They can see them. They can't take them down. To say that they can't is bullshit. F-22s, I don't know. F-22s may not be able to be hit. I don't know, but F-35s can be hit. That's like them. That's like them. And most of the missiles hitting Iran are actually ground based. That's how come Iran is actually hitting the Gulf states because all the missiles coming from the ground based uh, um, assaults. Okay, they don't have enough money or plane time to actually drop all those bombs. So most of that stuff is coming from the ground. Yeah, the other one probably escaped because it popped out a flare and the missile struck close to it but didn't hit it. Okay. The thing is, if it can get that close to you, that means they can see you. If they can see you, they can bring you down. Them talking about they can send those A-10 Warthogs into Iran. They're like sitting ducks. On second one, he's on Charles Channel the other day. Okay. I mean, if you know if he's gonna be here, man, he has to bring some kind of value. He just can't come in here and say, "I just want to talk because I'm lonely." Okay, this is not a Lonely Hearts Club. Okay. If you caught BGS back 12 years ago, okay, BGS was willing to listen to lonely people. Okay, I ain't got time for that bullshit no more. Okay. Heat signature. No, they could actually see you. Okay. No, basically, um, the F-22s and the stealth actually hide the heat signature or reduce it. That's the whole point of having a stealth is to hide heat signatures. And so basically, if they just see his heat signature, they could have done that a long time ago. I think he's mixed, so that's probably why white women are not. He's not enamored with white women. It's because he's probably mixed, one way or the other, and so white women are not special to him. And Swedish women are actually very, very, what is it? Swedish women actually are very, very feminist, but but if you're a poor guy in Sweden, man, online, you know, why are you talking to us? Anyway, let me get out of here. Egalitarian, it doesn't fit. Swedish women are very feminist. Okay, very. We're nothing compared to them over there, man. Very feminist. Anyhow, let me get out of here, y'all. And I will see you guys later. Let me give you guys the app. Oh, Sandog. Okay. They are meant to be slow, but the thing is, A-10s don't do well against anti-aircraft missiles. Okay, you would never send a. They're there for ground support because they would get hit. I could have told you, everyone, my addiction for Baton Rouge, Monroe. I get the itch and have to drive a long way to Mississippi. Okay, all right. I'm used to northern Louisiana women, man. My mother's one of those, so they have no effect on me. Anyhow, get out of here, y'all. Where is he? There he is.
And with that, I just have two more words to say. Obama out.